Hello and welcome to Bloomberg Quint. We're here to wrap the markets for you. An absolutely flattish day as far as the benchmark index Nifty was concerned. If we look at the higher end of the range that it was trading today, 8218 on the upper end and 8180 at the lower end. So a narrow 38-point range as far as the Nifty was concerned. However, closed below 8200. But once again, turnovers have been very average.
Very, very average. When the cash markets on the Nifty, we're looking at turnovers around 17,500 crores, and in the derivative segment on the National Stock Exchange, it stands a little over 3 lakh crore rupees. So we really haven't seen too much change when it comes to this comparison with what we've seen the previous few days, Shraddha. But we're looking at some big gains as far as telecommunications concerned on the Nifty today.
That's correct. Agam, before that, let's just highlight the futures aspect, because we've seen some accumulation as far as Nifty is concerned, despite the fact that it hasn't moved much. So 5% increase in open interest as far as Nifty is concerned, a bigger 19% increase in open interest for the bank Nifty, which of course moved quite a bit today. We're seeing a significant pressure. But given that the Nifty hasn't really moved much, I'm assuming there's no change as far as the Nifty range is also concerned.
No, we haven't seen any big change, though we have seen a lot of writing in the 8200 mark, and that is where we were hanging around through the course of the day.
Right.
So we have the 8200 call and the 8200 put. As you can see here is where we've seen the most amount of activity and also a substantial increase towards the open interest. That also brings me to what we were talking about just now. The range, the 200-point range still stands between 8,000 and 8,200. That is because it's the 8,000 put which has the max OI, followed by 8,200 call. So, well, nothing's changed there either, given the fact that we have, seen the Nifty remain at the upper end of the range. But once again, I'm coming back to telecommunications, and that's where you saw the most amount of gains.
Right, Agam. So you had your Bharti Airtel, Bharti Infratel, all these telecom stocks leading gainers as far as the Nifty index is concerned. Bharti, of course, has bounced back from the sharp 3% fall that it had seen in the last few minutes of trade yesterday after it offered a free data pack. HCL Technologies, Wipro, Tech Mahindra, so all your IT stocks were actually seeing some sort of a build up probably to ahead of the earnings next week. But Reliance lost a little over 2%, so that was acting as a big laggard and dragging the Nifty lower. Banks were also under pressure, so you had Kotak Mahindra Bank, ICICI Bank, so all the private banks really seeing some sort of pressure today, and so did the financials. But that's as far as the large caps are concerned. The mid caps didn't. The mid cap index overall didn't fare any better either. But we did see significant stock specific movements, and Agam, agri stocks were really the surprise gainers today.
Right, and with respect to the market breadth, just before the market closing, it was 4 gainers as against 3 losers. It eventually came down to nearly 1 gainer for 1 loser. And as Shraddha was mentioning, we have seen substantial gains in some agricultural stocks. That would be Chambal Fertilizers, along with several others like Rashtriya Chemicals. Each of these stocks have gained well over 6 to 7%. Well, we have seen good gains in JP Associates. In fact, at 19.5%, up move. Jubilant Life Sciences, and I'm going to come down to Jubilant Life Sciences just in a bit, and I'm going to ask Shraddha to talk about that. But Apar Industries, Nitin Fire, as well as SH Kelkar. Now, SH Kelkar is another stock which has gained quite substantially over the last 3 sessions. In terms of losers, we have State Trading Corp, once again locked in a down circuit. We have Manappuram Finance, Cummins India, as well as Indocount also losing out to a certain extent. But Shraddha, well, I see that Jubilant Life Sciences gained well over 11%, and the reason for that would be
a contract win, Agam. So in fact, 11% gain is the biggest jump in last 4 or 5 months.
Right.
So basically, Jubilant has won a contract for supply of products which are used in various cans to be supplied over 39 months. That is a little over 3 years. So it's your revenue visibility which is really fueled that rally that we saw in the stock today. Having said that, Sagar was also pointing out to us that Jubilant Life Sciences in fact has outperformed the entire Nifty Pharma Index in all its components. So that is almost double in the last 6 months as compared to the Nifty Pharma Index which saw a loss of about 9%.
Right.
Also that the stock has 91% buys as far as the Bloomberg-based analyst consensus is concerned. So that's the only pharma stock which has really stood
Right.
out. So,
Right.
so as regulatory concerns have heightened and hurt frontline stocks, this really has emerged as a winner, and so have City gas distribution companies.
Yes, we're looking at an interesting move in Mahanagar gas, which is at a lifetime high right now, and IGL has also hit a 52-week high. We've seen some reports and some analysts now starting to talk about city gas distribution companies because they're expanding their base. They're looking at a lot of advantages coming in. Plus, you also have the gas prices which are coming in and supporting these stocks for now. That's also the reason why there is some strength that you witness in Mahanagar gas and IGL, followed by Gujarat gas as well. But that's as far as today's market is concerned. But we will have more updates because the finance minister will brief the media at around 5:15 today, and he will talk about the ongoings and and give us updates as to what's happened in the GST Council meet today. So stay tuned in for that, and you guys can always come and visit us on BloombergQueen.com for more news and update. But until tomorrow, it is goodbye from us.